Hello. My name is Gary.
Okay.
I'd like to sell you a
Start
shirt.
this. We're playing Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, 2nd edition. Advanced D&D, 2nd ed. Today's date is June 26, 2016.
Well, that's subjective.
Your muscles ache from the long hours of manual labor and your back stings from the lash. You've been a prisoner of the orcs for some time now. Oh. Just after you were captured, they brought you here, the ruins of an ancient underground temple located in the barren wasteland known as the Scar, not far from the nearby human settlements. The orcs are looking for something. Their leader, a ruthless animal named Skarg, drives them onward, and they in turn drive you. You and your fellow prisoners spend 14 of every 24 hours digging and hauling rubble, opening the passageways that will soon allow Skarg to find his prize. Those who defy Skarg fall beneath the slaver's lash, or worse. It's unlikely that Skarg will be even this hospitable once he's achieved his objective. Your only chance is escape. Logan, what is your character's name? Give me a brief description of him physically.
My name is Helius Wik.
Helius Wik.
Yes.
Spell that for me.
Helius.
Helius, and then W.
W-I-K.
W-I-K. He's a mage. What's he look like?
Well, he's just wearing some robes and some sandals. The robes look like they're sort of patched together from other robes, like a bunch of different dark colors. And he's got like twigs and beads and dry leaves in his hair.
What color is his hair?
His hair is like dark brown.
Okay.
And
Dark brown.
Just got a little bit of chin fuzz.
Is he a hedge wizard then?
He's kind of like Radagast.
Yeah, he's a hedge wizard.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Little beard, multicolored, dark colored robes.
Yeah.
Is it mostly browns and earth tones?
Yeah, earthy
Okay.
tones. And he's
Okay.
pretty dirty.
How was he captured by the orcs?
Well, he was just gathering herbs for brewing his different beers,
Okay.
and he was ambushed.
How long ago was he captured? From 1 day to 2 months. Keep in mind, the longer that you've been captured, you might actually be injured and have some hit points missing.
I'll say he's only been captured for like a week.
Okay, so he's been captured for a week. All right. Sucks. Okay, Collin, who are you playing?
I am Tarmak of the Winding Road.
Tarmak? How's it spelled?
T-A-R-M-A-K.
M-A-K. Of the Winding Road. A priest of Fharlanghn, the Traveler. Okay, what's he look like?
He's actually very average looking, like nothing really sticks out about him except for his eyes, which are brilliant green.
Okay.
And other than that, he's average height, average weight. He doesn't really stand out much from anyone.
What color is his hair?
Light brown, just kind of has been bleached by the sun a little bit.
Oh, nice. Light brown. Is it like straight, curly? Is it long?
Kind of a short, straight.
Okay. Any facial hair?
Uh,
Okay. And how was he captured by the orcs in northern Iran?
he was camping out one night and
Okay.
thought there were fellow travelers on the road, and he invited them to his fire, and they turned out to be...
Jumped him?
Yeah.
Okay. How long has he been a prisoner?
About a week and a half.
Week and a half. Okay. Aaron,
Yes.
who are you playing? What's his name?
I'm playing Kilb Bronzescale.
Okay, spell that for me. Kilb?
Yeah, K-I-L-B.
K-I-L-B, I got that. What's his name?
Bronzescale.
Bronze scale, one word?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. I like that. Bronze scale. He is a kobold.
He has a kobold.
Describe him. Does he have bronze-colored scales?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like, yeah. It's like kind of like a rich golden brown.
Nice.
He's got purple eyes, no hair.
Right. That makes sense.
He's 3'5". He's 15 years old, so I guess he's still relatively young.
Kobolds have to age quick, or else they die. You know what I mean? They mature. Excuse me. They mature very quickly. So 15 would be considered an adult. So
But young.
how was he captured? Young adult. That's
I
fine.
don't have to think of that because
Well, think of it.
just
Hurry!
random.
Quick! Think of it.
We're digging, right?
Yes, you guys are in this underground temple, and you've been mainly doing a lot of digging to try to clear debris from something that this Skarg guy, what was his name? Skarg is after. Yeah, Skarg the orc. Was he captured? He was just wandering in the wilderness and Maybe he was leaving this area called the Bone March through the Flinty Hills because he was heading for human lands to make friends or something.
Or to rob them.
Or to rob them, and he stumbled across some orcs and they were like, "Yay, new slave!" and they grabbed you up.
There you go. I was going to rob.
How long ago were you
I was going
captured?
to rob some humans about 3 days ago.
3 days ago. You were captured 3 days. Nice. You're new to the group.
I am
Awesome.
new.
Compared to these two, at least. Okay, Nathaniel, who are you playing?
Rome. That's it.
R-O-M-E?
Yeah.
Rome, the elf. What's he look like?
He looks like Old Man Logan from the comics.
I don't know. I have no
Wolverine.
idea who that is.
Wolverine with gray hair.
Okay. A Wolverine with gray-haired elf. Okay. So no facial hair, right?
No, he's got the mutton chops.
The mutton chops? Okay, okay. That's uncommon for an elf. Maybe you've got some human blood in you, poor thing. Okay.
Everybody's
And
like,
it's got, so he's got kind of short hair that kind of
Yeah,
goes
he
straight back.
actually,
kinda?
actually cuts
Yeah.
his hair.
Okay, yeah. So short hair,
He's
gray.
got his elf ears.
What
though.
color eyes? Yeah, elf ears. What color eyes?
Purple.
Okay, more purple.
Oh wait, did you say purple?
Yeah.
No.
Make him gold.
Gold.
I like that. That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
they're gold.
How long ago was he captured by these hideous
1 day.
orcs? Just yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say.
1 day.
2 hours ago.
No, it's minimum of 1 day. It had to at least have been yesterday. So you're brand new. You don't even know the routine yet. Okay. What about you, Kyle? Who you playing?
I am Arthelion the Enlightened.
Okay. Spell Arthelion.
Oh god.
A-R-T-H-E-L-I-O-N.
Arthelion.
The Enlightened.
Yes.
What's he look like?
He has shoulder length brown hair. He's trying to grow his wizard's beard, but since he's so young, because you made us be young.
How old are you?
I'm
You're brand new.
18.
You just finished apprenticing. You're 18.
Yeah.
So he's having trouble getting the beard to grow, right?
I mean, it's like scruffy there. It's
Okay.
getting there.
Scruffy beard.
Yeah, scruffy.
But still
little beard.
somehow amazingly handsome.
Uh-huh.
What's your charisma? Like a 16?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's because I have the prettiest blue eyes you've ever seen.
What kind of robes are you wearing?
Some very nice white robes with black trim.
Oh, nice. Is you gonna have shoes?
Nope.
All right. So he's barefoot in the
I
wilderness.
can't afford it.
How was he captured by the orcs? What happened?
I got captured on purpose.
On purpose?
I wanted to be captured.
So you went looking for orcs in the Flinty Hills.
I heard about people getting captured, and I figured if I save these people, my notoriety will.
Okay. What? How long ago?
Yesterday.
Just yesterday. So you just had run into this elf, and you're like, "Have you seen any orcs?" And then all these orcs showed up and they grabbed both of you.
And I say thanks, man. Where's my goat?
You have a goat. You don't know.
Did I tie it up?
All your gear has been grabbed. You're basically wearing clothing, and that's it right now. They stole all the shit off you, and they tossed you into this room. So
I
we'll get
hope
to
my
that in a
goat's
moment.
not dead
So
yet.
you'll have to adjust your armor class accordingly if we get into combat. Okay, dwarf. What is your name? It's a dwarf woman or
Yes.
name? Yay!
Okay,
It's
so
easier for me if people play their own sex.
okay, so this is Noiree Fragginth.
N-O...
Noiree.
Oh wait, whoa. N-O-I-R-E. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Noiree Fragginth?
Fragginth. So
Logan.
Fragginth.
Fragginth. Oh, nice. That's a good dwarf name, actually. Noiree Fragginth. What's she look like?
She has half-shaved head that is brown, and the top of her main hair is orange with an orange braid that comes down that's longer than the rest of her hair.
Wow, nice. Okay. So she dyes her hair?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the dwarves in her stronghold were not too happy about that.
Um,
That goes against tradition. Okay.
Where's your beard?
What's your charisma? Is she pretty?
Her charisma's 10, so
10. So she's average. She's good looking for a dwarf, probably.
yeah.
Well, how long ago was she captured and how?
About 2 months ago, and
Wow.
it's because they made a deal with the orcs.
The dwarves did?
Yeah, because they speak orc, a lot of the family does.
Yeah.
Just to like make sure they hold off. So they usually give them some of our a little bit of our gold just to keep them at bay.
Okay.
But they came in and took more gold than usual, just
Right.
came in. And
So your stronghold is probably not too far away,
Yeah.
but the dwarves are in a bad area,
Yeah.
and so they have to give tribute to the orcs. The orcs will come in and just wipe them
Yeah,
out.
and so they just came in one day and took most of our gold, and she is not really one to stay quiet, so she went after and wanted to fight
Shot
and
boys.
take back the gold.
Oh, and that's when she got snatched up. So she wasn't part of the tribute. she went to stop it,
Yeah.
and then she was like, "There's like 50 of them, and I just want me," and they just jumped her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I need you to make me a check. I need you to roll me d20, and you want to roll your Constitution rolls.
13, my constitution's 16.
16. Okay, you made it. So you don't take any damage for being a slave of the orcs for so long, but you are probably pretty run down by this. You don't know where your gear is. They took it. You don't know where it is. Who we got, Ashton?
My name is Elriya Warrick.
Okay, spell.
Elriya.
Y-A. Okay, Warrick.
Yep, Warrick.
I like that. That's
And she
good.
goes by L, like the letter L.
L. Okay. What's she look like? She's a halfling.
Yeah, she's a halfling thief. She has short black hair and piercing blue eyes. She normally wears a cloak with like a half mask, but they took that away from her.
She's gone, yeah.
Yeah, so
You guys basically just have your basic clothes now, like tunics or whatever, and like raggedy crap. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, because she has like really crooked teeth, and like she does, so that's why she wears a mask. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, she's like 3'2", and she's been there 11 days.
11 days. Okay.
So she saw like this caravan of like orcs, and she was like, "Huh, there must be some goodies in there." So she tried to steal it, but there was just prisoners, and so she tried to let them out. Did a good thing, and
Nice.
then they captured her.
Oh, just out of curiosity, what's your alignment?
A neutral good.
Neutral good.
Collin?
Chaotic good.
Chaotic good.
Chaotic good.
That fits.
Chaotic good.
Wow. Okay. And
Chaotic.
sweet. Wow. There's gonna be a lot of party unity there. You guys are very, very similar alignments. Okay, so
for ourselves.
well, not necessarily for yourselves,
I am.
but you know a little bit of this complex. It's underground. It's mostly dark. Huh?
Except since.
Yeah. Yeah. You two are new, so you don't know this yet. But the rest of you know this is what you've seen. You're in a little room here. It's actually a large room. Each of the squares is about 10 feet by 10 foot. So you're in a 30 foot by about, what is it, 50 foot room. There are 18 other prisoners in here as well, other slaves who are also, those of you who've been here very long have found out that they're merchants. Some of them are children. It's just a bunch of just normal people. You guys are adventurers. You guys have studied and trained in order to be just better than like merchants and stuff. These people are downtrodden and they're probably not going to be too much help, but they are not bad people. These, boom, this and this here mark places the orcs have large lanterns that are about this big, this tall from the ground. They're huge. They light up a very wide area, as much as spells that you've seen, like magical spells, can light up. Otherwise, this is all that you've known because you guys have basically taken down through this area, and you've been digging right here, trying to get. You're not sure how you got in because most of you had hoods pulled over your heads when you were dragged down. A lot of you were knocked out. You woke up in this awful room. There's two like piles of straw. That's the only thing the orcs have given you guys to actually sleep on. So those are the portions of this place that you know. One thing about this room is there is a frieze across the top. There's like words and pictures across the top of it that it looks like the construction of a hearth and a chimney, and there is a caption underneath that. If anyone knows the Fharlanghn tongue, can you read and write it, or do you speak it?
I can read and write.
Okay. It reads, "The great hearth was built in the western wing of the complex." Those of you who've been here very long know the routine. Every day at 7 a.m., the work shift begins, and 9 orcs lead you guys down to that pile to get working on clearing it. Some prisoners are taken off somewhere else. None of you have been taken there yet. You guys don't know the drill yet. At 10 a.m. there's a water break. There's more water breaks at 1 and 4. At 8 you're taken back, or hours later. I'm giving you guys time. You don't really know like the times. You just know it feels like hours later. But just for players, for kind of to see how it feels. You're collected. You're escorted back to your area, and you're presented with gruel and a piece of tough meat to eat. Every night and a couple hours after you eat, you bed down or a couple hours after you eat each night, you hear like revelries going on. You can smell cooked meat. It smells delicious. And you guys are getting gruel and this tough piece of hard or beef jerky or something. And sometimes the orcs come and check on you after you've bedded down at night. Sometimes they don't. Usually when they do come, they come around, for the players again, they come around 10, and then 1 a.m., and then 4 a.m. But that's not every night. And actually the 4 a.m. one almost never happens. It's about 50% chance that an orc's going to show up and actually look around. They check you for contraband, make sure you haven't stolen anything. They kind of do a rough search of the room. The thieves realize that if you can hide stuff using your hide abilities, hide in shadows, to try to hide things if you want to try to keep them. You haven't managed to get any gear yet. Crack in the floor underneath the hay. There's also a big pile of rubble in one corner of this, over in this corner of this room. That's like piled up against the wall. It's like just debris. Like part of the wall collapsed there.
To hide in your body.
Do what? The orcs take the bodies out. If somebody dies, you don't know, you haven't been here.
To hide it inside of you.
You can hide it on yourself using the same hide skills, which the thieves have. So anyway, you guys were captured a day ago. We're going to say it is, that was the, wait, do I have something? Here's the calendar of the year. Ooh. You guys were actually captured yesterday, which was the 7th of Needfest, which is, there's a week-long festival at the beginning of the year, then 3 months, then another week-long festival, then 3 months, then another week-long festival, 3 months, another week-long festival, 3 months to the end of the year. So it's a 12-month calendar. Each month has 28 days. This shows the moons, where the moons are in each. It's not really important. You're underground.
Yeah.
But so today is technically the first of Fireseek. The year is 592 Common Year. About 10 years ago were the Greyhawk Wars, and Iran has been kind of in dire straits since then. They've been having a lot of financial difficulties, and then King Archibald had a stroke, which turned out to be poisoning. It turned out to be one of his sons. Oh, it's terrible political crap that's been going on in Iran. There's a lot of struggles. But you're guessing that these orcs are coming from this place called the Bone March, which is the other side of the Flinty Hills from Iran. And this place that you're in is somewhere in these hills. I'm just giving you guys this as kind of a general overview. Here's Iran, here's the Flinty Hills, and the Bone March is over here. You guys were in this part of the country, to the northeast side of the country when you were captured, however you said you were captured. Yeah. So that's kind of a ton of information all at once. And it's 7 a.m. on the 1st of Fireseek, and the orcs come in. There are 9 of them, heavily armed, wearing leather armor. And they are here to escort you to your work zone. What do you do? All the other prisoners are getting up to go.
I greet the orcs and say, "Happy Fireseek, everybody."
They just glare at you. They've grown used to this absurd behavior. How long have you been here? You've been here for a week. A week, only a week. Okay.
What languages do orcs speak?
Quiet, you. They do speak common. You know they. Yeah. Well, he speaks common. When you got captured, they just, "You're coming with us," and then you're out.
They
You woke
hit
up
me.
later. Yeah.
I
They hit.
surrendered.
Yeah, they hit you.
I was just like, take me.
Then they tied you up and they put a bag over your head. They didn't hit you.
Oh,
Did you surrender when the orcs, like a dozen of them showed up and there was just the 2 of you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so they tied you up and put a bag over your head. Then they strip you of all your stuff. You guys don't know where your spell books are. But you do have the spells in your memory that you'll be able to hang on to for at least a few weeks before they start, you start forgetting how to do them, because you need to study your spell books somewhat regularly. The priests, you don't have to study spell books. You just, please, do me a solid. But they have taken your holy symbols away, which is going to harm you for your spell casting. Yes. So you need to check your spell casting. If it has a material component, you're going to have probably trouble casting it. You guys don't have any material components right now either. So spells with material components, unless you can scrounge up the materials, are you going to have a hard time casting. You're guessing that this place is nasty. There's probably spider webs somewhere. You might be able to get a spider for one. A little bit of bitumen might be hard for you to get. You have that in your spell component pouch. Your weapons have been taken. Your armor's been stripped from you. You don't even have shoes.
How many other prisoners are there?
18 other prisoners. But you have been here long enough to realize that these guys, wait, that's Noiree. You've been 11 days. These are like peasants, commoners, merchants, children. They are not fighters.
How many split off from us to go the other way?
Let's see. Everybody roll me a d4 real quick. Tell me if you rolled a 1.
1.
You rolled a
It's
1.
not a
Logan gets
D4.
split off from you, actually. They take about a fourth of the group.
3.
No, just tell me if you rolled a 1.
Oh yeah.
Just Logan. You're
No,
like,
just Helius.
one of them like hits
And
you
I
with a
got a 1.
spear. Did you? All right. Dwarf.
So I say, oh, you must be a fan of fire.
Freak. They take away about a quarter of the other ones too, and they head you in a direction that you guys have not been taking yet. You're heading off in another section. You guys are taking this rock pile, and you're like, good work! And all of them start to work, like moving dirt and debris, trying to clear this big pile. You two guys are instructed by the orcs to get to work as well.
What do we do?
You'll figure it out! And he like slams you in the back with the spear.
Ow.
What they're doing is they're just moving debris so that they're trying to clear this pile of debris to get past it. There's a lot of it there. You're guessing a couple days' work, even with as many people as you have working there. So right now, I'll get to you two guys in just a moment. So what do you do? And you also don't know the routine or anything. The orcs have told you nothing. They're just like, get to work.
Can I roll? Can I roll for navigation to figure out where the hell I am?
No. You have no references. You need references for navigation.
Okay.
Direction sense will give you like, oh, that's north. But that's about it. Navigation, if you have stars or some way of telling, then you can actually try to figure out where you
Are
are.
there any animals around?
No, you're underground. Here's what you've
What
seen
about
so far,
mouse?
Kyle. You've seen that. No,
How about
you don't
like
see
a
any
bat
mice. You
on the
see
rafters?
no, you see some bones. That apparently the orcs have been eating some dead, some mice or some dead meat or something. Oh, Kyle, make me. Okay, there is a skill called perception that everybody gets. If you average your wisdom and your intelligence, and that's just to see if you notice things. That's what we use.
Round
for
up?
those. Yeah, you can round up.
Hell yeah.
So roll the, make a roll on that. At your wisdom, you can write it on your code sheet if you want. Write perception.
You want to roll below?
Yes, you want to roll that number or less on a d20.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the orcs. Yeah, we got fresh meat for dinner tonight. And he looks at you and he laughs some more.
Hey, I like that goat. Please
We're
don't.
gonna like him too.
He's poisonous.
Oh, we'll let the captain eat him first then. This guy thinks he's very clever, apparently.
I'm gonna tell the captain.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
I thought so.
Yeah. It's like,
Get to work. Are you working? Are you guys
I'm
working?
flanking, but I got a strength of 5.
What does the door to our
This ain't
cell look
going
like?
anywhere.
Oh, that's a good question. The doors in this place are very strange, and you guys noticed it when they first came through this morning, and you guys have figured it out. They don't just open. They slide up into the ceiling. They're made of stone. They're pulled up by chains on either side. They're super loud. And the chain that's inside the room that you guys are being kept prisoner in is gone. So apparently, the place, it's pretty high tech, actually. This is pretty good. If these are humans that built this place, kudos to them.
So am I not with these guys?
Not at the moment, no. You
And
were
are
taken.
all the doors like that?
Yes, all the doors that you've seen in the whole complex are like that. Only the one to your room doesn't have a chain on the inside. Like when you pass through this door here, where'd that map go? When you pass through this door, there's chains on. They're always to the right as you face the door. And it seems like they pull a lot to make it move just a little bit. So there's obviously some kind of pulley system that takes the weight in, that like counterbalances the weight or something. This one has them on both sides. This one has them on both sides. You can see them on these other doors as you pass them on the outside. I gotta get the map here. Logan,
Go.
you guys, I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna draw it on here yet, but you're taking over this way and then down here. And you're taken to what appears to be just a wrecked library. There's all these, like, apparently it was wood at once upon a time, probably hundreds of years ago, but it's all just collapsed, and there's tons of papers, little pieces of paper and stuff like that, none of which seems to be intact, you know what I mean? It's just like loose papers, most of them are just trash. And they're like, and they've got a few other guys with you, and you guys have never been here before. And so the others start to immediately work, they're like pulling up on these broken bookcases and pulling out pieces of paper. And one of them whispers, we're supposed to find like magic books and stuff or something. Anything that is valuable. We haven't found anything yet.
Cool. I want to grab like a couple sheets of paper and just like kind of stick them in my hair.
Okay, you can try to conceal stuff. You do have lots of hair. There is a freeze in this one, and you spoke flame, you said, right?
Yeah.
Identical. Damn it, why don't you just write out what it says? It's construction of like a hall with statues in it of some sort, and it reads, "A great hall of honor was constructed in the south wing of the complex. A great weapon was placed in Cameron's hands." Whatever that means. And then you guys get to work. You guys work most of the day.
Wait,
You
can I do
can
a
talk
charisma
amongst
roll?
yourselves while you're working too. If you guys want to try to talk to each other, get to know each other a little better, anything like that, you
Can I do
can.
a charisma roll before I just
What are you
work
trying to
the
do?
entire day?
A charisma roll for what?
I want to persuade the orc guard that I'm not very strong, so maybe they've got a better job for me to do.
You can
Since
try.
I'm really smart.
You can try.
Alright. Do I roll for charisma?
You can make a roll for charisma if it matters. We'll see.
We'll see.
The orcs might have their orders.
I got a 3 out of 16.
3 out of 16. He's like, just get back to work.
I'm not very strong.
I don't care. Get back to work.
This is all I can lift.
That's something. Good job. These guys are probably low level, and they have their orders. And you're guessing even if you manage to make friends with one, they probably won't be able to do much for you besides maybe give you extra gruel or something.
So is it just us two working
No.
on in this
It's
pile of
you
rocks?
two. Aaron's there. Collin, Ashton's characters are all there.
Okay.
These look like capable people, and then you've got a bunch of like people that look just like some are peasants. There's some kids. There are some men who look like they have like flabby skin, like they've been here for a while, and they were probably like overweight at one point. But all this work has like just worn them down. I mean, think of like Auschwitz or something like that.
Are we all
Not
like
quite
in the
that bad.
same sort of like spot, I guess?
Yes.
Okay.
You and they took you two, and they took about 4 or 5 other in addition to you two to them. So there's maybe 12 other guys, 12 or 13 other like no-name people, NPCs.
Are they all like all humans and stuff?
Yeah, they're all humans. You've been here how long?
3 days.
You've only been here 3 days. Have you tried to befriend them, or have you just kept yourself?
Kept myself.
They've left you totally alone.
Nice.
They're probably scared of you. I mean, you're a monster
I'm
as far as
tiny.
they're concerned. Yeah. Well, you're a monster. So
You do that a lot, too.
kobolds are not really common in civilized lands, and
So-
these people all seem civilized.
I'll
Yes.
walk back over to where these guys are and I'm like, so you guys don't look like peasants like the rest of them. How did you guys get captured? How long you been here? Just like general question at anyone that's not a peasant.
Mhm. You can do that.
You
can
guys
take us aside and
look
talk to them.
different.
No, I'm not
Are you
saying
saying something?
being racist to themselves.
No. I just like
He's like, you guys look different. It's a halfling, a kobold, and an elf.
Yeah, you're right. No, Colin's there.
Yeah, Colin's there.
But you guys are wearing some nice clothes and stuff, and you don't look like peasants. So you guys
I allow you. You guys kind of stand out.
are you guys kind of like special or something?
You don't say anything.
Yeah. Is that all you said?
Yeah.
I'm special.
Elves are pretty arrogant. They're like,
I'm gonna
of course
tell
it's
Aaron
special.
and Kobold, this guy's an idiot. Don't talk to him.
I've been here one
Well,
day.
I'm fairly surprised that she can speak kobold.
His eyes go wide.
I don't speak it, but was that the kobold language? I know of it, right?
She
I
said
mean,
something to him in a little. It's like a yap yap. They have barky kind of voices.
I can speak dragon.
He might not even speak common, for all you know.
He speaks
He's a
common.
kobold.
I'm not saying anything.
He doesn't. He just looks at you as he like moves some debris. You stare him down, Aaron.
I'm just like continually working, just like giving them glares as I'm walking by them and stuff.
Giving who glares?
That one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. I'll get us out of here soon.
I've only been here for one day,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
could break this place with a straw of hay. I didn't mean to rhyme, but that's what happened.
Wow.
Because I have
The rhyming
the
elf.
engineering,
Yes.
and it says he detects flaws in fortresses and stuff like that. So
Make a roll. Make an engineering roll. There should be a D20. You should have a marking behind it.
-3.
Negative 2 to what? Intelligence?
Intelligence.
So, where's your intelligence? So you need 13 or less.
20.
20. Oh, 20. That's incorrect information. This is obviously some kind of orc stronghold.
Oh yeah, you crit.
Because you crit failed. A 20 is a bad thing in this
Crit
case.
failed, okay.
Yeah, because a 20. So you're going to get incorrect information, but you believe this is true, and you can share this with the rest of the group if you want. This is obviously a one-time orc stronghold that was then taken over by humans because they're probably too lazy to build their own, and now the orcs have just retaken it. So, however you want to go with that.
Hey guys, what he said.
Okay.
True. He did actually say
Do you
that.
have engineering too, Kyle?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't.
Sounds legit.
Huh.
Oh yeah, you guys are in the library.
In my library, I want to face like the biggest stack of books.
It's not really a stack of books, it's more stacks of debris
Oh.
with paper scattered in them. You know what I mean? They're not, it's just a mess in here. The room's like 30 foot by 40 foot, and then there's like a little leg that goes out on one end about another 15 feet. So it's like an L-shaped room that is
Alright.
just full of trash. And obviously they've been working on kind of separating out stuff.
Yeah, then I guess I want to get like an angle on this L shape,
Okay. Yep.
and I want to sort of detect magic.
Okay.
My detect magic spell.
Is that your one spell for the day?
Yeah. That'll be a spell for that. So you're casting.
I hope it works.
What's the casting time on Detect Magic?
It says 2 rounds.
No, that's
oh,
the duration.
one.
Yeah, one. So it's like, it takes like tiny amount of time. Is it just verbal? Is it verbal spell? Yeah. You do it.
Yeah.
You survey the room, and you don't see anything magical in the room.
Bummer.
It is line of sight, but if there was something like partially covered, you can see it glow.
Alright.
Magical things will glow, and that lasts
Maybe
how long?
tomorrow.
2 rounds.
We're gonna say each round when it comes to this is gonna be a minute. So,
I'm just
so
like
2
sort of-
minutes. Well, once you cast the spell, then it's just on. It's like,
Yeah.
and you can just look all around. The orcs don't have any magic on them.
Alright.
None of the slaves do either. Yeah, you're picking up absolutely no magic. Now, if it was totally covered up, you wouldn't necessarily see it. And lead and stuff can also like
Alright.
block it.
I'm just brushing through these pages.
Okay, so you're black brushing through. Each of you roll me percentile dice. This is going to be the day's work. To see if you find anything. It's a very low chance though.
Percent.
Yeah, percentile is a 2 10-siders. One's high, one's low.
67.
67 is a fail. Do you find another 10-sided dice hand?
There's one here, but it's the metal one.
Oh yeah, that metal one's
Thanks.
It's neat. Wait, what was high?
Oh, shit.
Dark or light?
We'll go with.
Just roll again. Pick one that's
Go
high
ahead.
first.
Okay, alright.
What's high? What's high? Dark
Okay,
or
Yellow.
high is
Yellow is
High
fine.
High is yellow. Okay. What'd you
Alright.
get?
49.
49. Okay. Y'all work throughout the day.
Good thing it was the other way around.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Everybody roll me a, let's do a 20-sided die. Everybody roll me a 20-sided die. Tell me if you roll a 1.
If you roll a 1.
A 1.
I rolled 2 ones.
Why, 2? A 2, so close. None of you are picked for water duty that day. They pick like a few people, like one person to go out and bring back buckets of water every couple hours, or at 1, 4, and 7. At 1 and 4. No, 10, 1, and 4, sorry. Every 3 hours or so, they
At least
send
it
somebody
wasn't
for
Kyle,
water.
everybody be thirsty.
Yeah, we'll take 12 trips. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do during the work day? You also have some time. Those of you who've been here before know that you have some time that evening after they bring you the gruel and before one of the orcs comes in and make sure everybody's bedded down.
I keep talking to the orcs like all the time.
All right, they just ignoring you.
I'm like
They're
really talking.
swatting you with their spears, telling you shut, get back to work.
I'm just not that strong, guys. I'm like really smart though.
This will make you stronger.
I don't want to
Work harder, and it'll make you stronger.
All I have is a staff and a goat. I mean, my life already sucks.
You don't have that goat. You don't have either now.
I mean, you're gonna die if you eat him. I'm just telling you that. I mean, he costs like half of my fortune, so you could not eat him.
Okay, so you're gonna try to convince these guys all that it is transport.
I really love him. Like as much as one could love a goat, it's probably how much I love him.
With one of the pieces of paper I take out of my hair now that we're in the cell.
You're not in the cell yet. Hold on.
Oh.
Hang on that thought. We're just working out. Is there anything anybody wants to do during the work day?
I hear you.
You weren't picked for water duty. They bring back buckets of water for people to drink. You don't get fed anything until that night.
What is the, so is it a wooden bucket?
Yeah, they're wooden buckets. They're like bound in like leather, with then like a piece of hemp rope to hold them up. There's like a couple of them.
Okay, I have a proposal.
Okay.
I'm really good at dancing, and it must be really boring. So if you could just
Get
not,
back to work.
don't eat my goat and I'll dance.
Get back to work.
I can do a dancing light spell.
Is there another water break?
Wait, you're a caster?
Oh yeah.
Don't cast spells.
I'm so smart.
We'll cut your fingers off so you can't cast them.
I might have already cast one. I'm not even sure.
They don't seem pleased with that. They start smacking you with the spear.
There's another water break coming up.
You might
right?
want to check your spells. The verbal somatic. If it's only verbal somatic, you can still cast them. So keep that in mind. There's a what now?
Is there another water break?
Yeah, you have water breaks at 10, 1, and 4. So you know, and you've been here long enough. You know, there's 3 water breaks. It's every 3 hours. They have somebody go meet some more. 3 or 4 hours.
Can I volunteer for the last one?
Nope. They won't take long. When you say you want to go to get the last one, they're like, shut up, get back to work, and they smack you with the back of the spear. It doesn't do any damage, just a little humiliating, yes.
So how was this room illuminated?
Not very well at all, actually. There is a big lantern set back about 30 feet from you in the middle of the corridor. Like I said, it's like this big. It's almost like a small bonfire inside of it. It's actually pretty nice. It's made of brass or something. But it's big enough that it lights an area about 60-foot radius. So, and there are 6 orcs guarding you guys, by the way.
Are we in the cells yet?
No. No, he asked
Where are
me,
we
how
at?
is this? Right now you're down here. You walked down through these corridors, through this room that has a freeze, and down through these corridors here, and then to this pile down at the bottom here.
What do the
And they
orcs
took
have on?
a few others this way. They're wearing leather armor, and they have spears, and they have, let's see if there's anything you can see. Where are they? Leather armor, spears, heavy black cloaks. It's chilly. You guys are cold all the time. They each have, I forgot about that. Each of them has a scourge attached to their belt, which is like a cat of 9 tails. They've been popping you with the spears mostly, because the scourges were actually injure you. And it looks like they're not trying to injure you guys because they want you to roll. Is your guess?
So the only light is coming from
that big lantern that's set into the floor now.
Is there a light?
It's not set in the floor, so it's just on the floor.
In the library?
Yes, but it's not very bright.
Could my cantrip spell make that light go out?
No, you can dim it slightly.
Just slightly?
Yeah. Look up cantrip. Where are the extra books? You've got one. He's got one. You're supposed to share with him. Look up cantrip spell. It'll kind of give you some ideas what it can do. Yes.
Is it bolted to his lord?
No. No.
So we could
But
take
it's really, it'd be hard to tip over, you think. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's so
so
big.
Even with our boulders.
You could try. They could kill you. Remember, and you guys know orcs have infravision. They can see in pitch blackness.
Oh, never
You know
mind.
that. That's basic knowledge.
So
You would know
orcs
that.
have that?
Yeah, orcs definitely do because they live underground.
I
Like
would
kobolds do. You guys would know that kobolds do. The halfling doesn't.
What?
You would know the elf does. Most halflings do not have infravision. So you're like rare for your species.
I
So
would be
most
close
people
to
assume
it
you do
anyway.
not. The dwarf definitely does. You know, dwarves can see in pitch blackness like it's day.
I pretty much can't cast anything without my holy eye.
I would like to cast my charm person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna try to be subtle about this.
What?
You're gonna try to be sneaky.
Why don't you
Yeah.
cast
Okay. There's
Huh?
6 of them.
I don't have.
And there's other orcs in this area too. I mean, there's other orcs in the complex. You have known that. They don't. Yeah, you can try to cast Charm Person with like 1 orc.
Yeah.
He needs to save his throw.
Whoever seems to be
Or
in
you could-
charge.
How many orcs come in at night to like?
To what?
To-
check on you guys?
yeah.
Just 1.
The touches.
But he's to touch you. But he's armed and all. You guys have nothing right now. So far nobody's jumped in because if he
I
gets off a
don't know.
street,
I
you
don't know if he can charm person. So
Correct. The orcs will have like a group chance of noticing if you're casting a spell.
Oh, like
Okay.
all of them get the.
If you're just gonna like try to be sneaky and cast, if you have a plan to distract them or something that you want to try, you can do that too. So
Get someone else distracted.
Okay, so you're
Yeah,
talking
so if he
all
could-
like the other 5 can see.
no, all well okay, so if you manage to charm the one, he's gonna be your best friend. He's gonna be like, oh my god, that guy's awesome. He might not help you out too much, but he might. It's hard to tell.
How long does it last?
Check in the book. I think it lasts. It depends on intelligence.
It's a little
Orcs
fun.
are of average intelligence, and so it'll last quite a while.
Oh, great.
Charm person spell can last weeks.
Good.
Is that verbal somatic only?
Guys, give me 6 days and I can get all 6 of these guys.
See, it'd be better if you did the one that was
It
checking
just
up
says,
on us, but
duration
since you've only
special.
been there a day,
Okay.
you probably
Nobody
wouldn't know
knows
about
that.
it.
The rest of you guys can make perception checks once Kyle decides to actually cast this spell.
It says
We'll see
duration
if
is
you
special.
notice. It should be listed in the in the entry though. I think there'll be a list down there of how. Where are orcs? Let's check this out.
Oh, it depends on his intelligence.
Right.
Okay.
So,
But like, yeah,
here we go.
At least
orcs.
a day.
at least a day.
If he's 19 or more, which is a super intelligent person.
Okay.
Orcs are that intelligent.
Yeah, I'd say.
You don't think orcs are that smart? They thought it was a great joke when he was just laughing about eating your pig. That didn't seem like
My
a great
goat?
joke to you, or whatever. Yeah. Charm person.
You can eat whatever pig you
I think so. Charm person. All right. So.
I'd say around
Okay.
2
Yeah.
weeks, right?
How do you want to go about casting it? How are you going to
Um,
hide your casting from the other orcs, or are you not? Up to you.
I don't have to be looking at the guy to do it, right? I could just like turn my back to him, do a little.
Yeah, I would allow that, but someone might notice is all I'm saying. They do have a chance of noticing it because it's verbal somatic, right? Or is it just verbal?
Verbal somatic.
Yeah. So you have to do
Especially if you're not
this kind of deal, and you chant magical words. It's a very fast casting time. It doesn't take long, but you can only affect one person with it. So
I'm going for it.
you're just gonna not even try anything. Just put your back to them and just try to cast it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can do that. They have a chance of noticing you.
They're stupid.
What's that supposed to do? Oh, okay.
Okay. And now he gets a savings throw. It's versus spell. And he is just an orc, so he's got one hit die.
I gotta figure out what I want to say.
Spell.
I want to have like a word for each one of my spells.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. You cast a spell. You kind of looked over your shoulder at that orc, and you're like, whatever. So you know who you're aiming at.
I don't give a shit.
Okay. So you look at him, and you've cast your spell on this guy. You won't know if it worked or not until you talk to him or cast detect magic.
So do you want to watch me dance or what?
No, shut up. Get back to work.
Mm.
You don't think he was unaffected? I made a savings throw, so he was unaffected.
Can I try to see if I...
Oh, everybody else can make a perception check
I was about
to
to
see
say.
if they notice Kyle was like. Perception is the average of your intelligence and your wisdom. So, yes. So you roll that or less on a d20. You made it. Who else is there? Everybody noticed? So what's your intelligence and your wisdom average together?
Yeah, he's
Daniel?
man. This 16-year-old in 11.
16? Damn. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so, yeah, you noticed that. You guys both watched. He kind of turns back to the orcs, moved his hands around, kind of looked over his shoulder, and he was like, hey, you want to watch me dance? And the guy was like, fuck off, basically. And then, did you look disappointed? Like, oh.
No, it's just I played it cool. I was just like, that's fine.
Okay. But you guys saw him. He's a wizard. He cast a spell. He's in robes. It's kind of a giveaway, but he isn't wearing a hat. So, wait, does your character wear a hat?
No.
Did your character wear a hat?
He
Yeah.
does wear a bunch
Pointed
of
hat?
shit in his hair though.
All right.
He's got like
You
leaves.
got leaves and leaves and
All
twigs.
of
They
us
left
noticed,
those.
but none of the orcs did.
None of the orcs did. I made a check to see if none of the orcs don't seem perturbed, and you would guess if they noticed somebody cast a spell on one of them, they'd probably beat the crap out of them at least. Like, do that again, it will kill you. You weak piss ant.
Well, they're not willing. You guys want
Bless
to
you.
watch me dance?
All right.
I'm pretty good.
Anything else anyone wants to try during that
Dance?
during that work day?
Is there like a lantern or like a light in this library?
The light is actually outside, and it's coming in, so it's very dim in here. Actually,
Okay.
that's why you guys are having a hard time finding.
It's all good. Are there burnt like torches or anything in this room?
No, nope. Just debris from the shelves.
How many, if any, guards are in this room?
They're not in the room right now,
They're right outside.
but outside are six orcs are outside.
Are they like paying attention?
Oh yeah, well, kind of. They're keeping an eye on you guys inside the room, but it's like they're also guarding the corridors in case probably other people slaves
So,
get away.
since they're outside the door, does that mean that there's an actual door there, and
Yes.
it's like there's like a little slit that they look through sometimes?
No, the
Or,
doors.
like-
You know how it slides up into the ceiling? It's all the way up.
Okay, so
and
it's
they
just open right now.
Yes, and there's no other entrances. There's another door, but it's down and it's closed, and they can't see that door from where they're standing. Here, I'm just gonna draw you guys a quick to show you what the room looks like, so you kind of have an idea. It's like this. This isn't probably the location because I'm just guesstimating. 4. So there's a door here, and there's a door here, and here's the orcs. Okay. So what you got? This is in relation to that, but it's not necessarily right place. Your orcs are here. This door's up. It's all the way up. And then this door over here is all the way down. And then the other walls. Just the
So
bottom
like,
of this paper.
if this door's all the way up, there's 6 of them. How are they stationed? Because if I go over here to like, for example, okay, what I'm thinking is using my mining ability to look to see if the walls are, what are the walls made out of?
Stone.
Stone.
It's entirely cut out of living rock.
So would a mining ability be able to detect if there's any sort of way to physically bash
Me too.
through the wall?
I'll give you for free. You don't even need the mining. This is solid. This place is very solid. It's really built well. Might be dwarven architecture. You don't think so? But it's probably been humans who've learned from dwarves.
Yeah.
It's really nice and it looks really solid.
Okay, so there is this little section over here though that if they're looking, even if they're sitting right here, they can't see.
Correct. And they don't really seem to care if you guys wander over there and look for stuff. But they are kind of keeping an eye on that other door, so you can't go out that way without them noticing. And they're kind of like there's 2 that are kind of close to the door, and the other 4 are kind of meandering outside.
Do any of the pages on the floor have any like words that are like readable? Any languages that are?
Make another percentile roll, the 2 of you that are in that room. This is a very unorthodox way to start a campaign, Nathaniel, so
That's fine.
bear with.
78.
78.
78, 78.
Yes.
They both have the same blank piece of paper. Yeah, but you don't find anything that really shows anything. And then you've got other workers in the room too. Don't forget you have a bunch of NPCs with you guys too. You can always talk to them or ask them questions. Although, who's been here 2 months?
2 months.
You've been here a long time, so you know everything that needs to be known. Just about. You've probably been in the library before, and you know sometimes they do find pieces of paper with writing. The orcs confiscate those as quick as they can. And most of the other slaves just hand over the shit in the hopes that they're going to survive another day. Yes.
I need a very private area where I can break my water.
You have to.
You don't know that.
You break it where the rest of them, they hit you with a spear.
Where?
And no one knows.
He points over there, it's not private.
I'm kind of shy.
He pulls the scourge off of his belt, and he starts like swatting it against his leg. You were getting on my last nerve, boy.
Boy.
I've already cast a spell.
Swell. He's not even there either, so.
I have something really cool in my pouch if you want to see it.
We've seen everything in your pouch. We took it.
I made something invisible in it though. You want to see it?
You a wizard? You try that crap with us, and we'll rip your tongue out.
I need my materials to cast spells. I can't cast any spells.
Bullshit!
Is that in the vernacular?
My uncle was. It's fancy RPG. It actually, in the vernacular, we can use anything we want.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can. Oh, wait a minute. Is that in the vernacular? We use